Yeah.
Okay, it's recording. All right. Okay. Hello, Lisa. It's so fun to have you here. I'm so excited to chat with you today, RD to RD.
Yes. So excited to chat with you and ask you my questions as well.
So Lisa, I'll have you introduce yourself as the founder of Bumpin Blends.
So I'm Lisa Mastela. I am a registered dietitian with a master's in public health and nutrition, but I'm also the founder and the CEO of Bumpin Blends Smoothie Cubes, where we make frozen pre-blended smoothie cubes designed to support specific areas of health delivered to your door.
I love it. I was going through your shop page right before, and I'm like, oh my God, every flavor. Like the next one is better than the last. And just for a quick intro of me, I'm Lauren. I'm a registered dietitian, holistic nutritionist, and I'm the head of nutrition and community at Sound. And we make sparkling water that combines certified organic tea, botanicals, and fruit extracts without any sweeteners at all. So I first wanted to just start out by asking you, as a dietitian, like what got you into the field of nutrition? Why did you want to become a dietitian? Did you see yourself in the product or business space ever?
So back when I was in school, I'm years old, but back then nutrition was like not a big thing. Like there were not, holistic nutritionists. There were not like celebrity food lines. It was not a thing at all. I didn't even know what a dietitian was. I had been pre-med at USC and I really wanted to help people. I wanted to be a doctor. I was dead set on being a doctor my whole life. And I loved it. And was in my courses in pre-med and starting to do internships at hospitals where I really learned that there's nothing innovative happening there. There's doctors are kind of putting band-aids on bullet wounds, and people are coming in sicker and sicker, and it's like, okay, surgery or medicine. And I just felt very much like, where's the cool stuff happening? Where are we like actually changing people's lives? Because it sounds silly because nowadays it's like obviously wellness, nutrition, but like wellness wasn't even like a part of culture then. And so I had done, these internships and really realized that. And so I was looking into like, where's the innovative research happening? Where are people changing the status quo? And everything was in nutrition. And so I actually got really, I was so lucky at USC to work with Dr. Longo on longevity research. And so we did a ton of research on fasting for longevity and disease prevention and fasting for mitigating chemotherapy side effects. And that was where I was like, oh my gosh, like all this stuff works and people are seeing results in these studies. And so it was so cool. I got to travel to Italy and do that. And when I came back, I actually took a career test of like, what should you be when you grow up? And I got a dietitian.
Oh my gosh, wow.
I got very into nutrition research. I worked in cancer research, in preterm infant research, all of that. And then I worked with patients, and then I worked at a scientific wellness startup as well. And I got the idea for Bumpin Blends when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I was, having all these day-to-day symptoms, and I knew that food is the way to mitigate that. And making a smoothie every day with the right ingredients to help manage my symptoms was a huge pain. And so the idea for Bumpin.
I love that. I love that whole story. And it's such a great point that like we think of nutrition in our day-to-day conversation all the time now, but it wasn't, 10 years ago or whatever. And I had a very similar experience where I thought I was going to be a doctor as well. I had planned on it and then like stumbled upon nutrition. And it's really one of those things where, we eat 3 to 5 times a day, most people. So you don't often think about, oh, like what I'm eating is impacting me. It's just kind of like what you do, or eating is something, talking to people about food is something that you can do as a profession all those years ago. It wasn't like, didn't really just come easily or naturally. But I love the idea of using food to help with symptom prevention. So like what are a couple examples of how Bumpin Blends does that? Like what are a few of your flavors?
So we have 30 different flavors that rotate seasonally, which is pretty abnormal for food companies to have that many. But we I wanted to make sure we had at least one flavor for everything people could kind of stumble upon. Like we have a flavor to help boost sex drive, a flavor to help improve sleep quality and help you fall asleep, bloating, fatigue, like moodiness, anxiety, I forget, brain fog, focus, all of that flavor for. And our big thing is that we're using real whole food ingredients to help support those things. So you're not going to find like adaptogenic mushrooms in our smoothies. Not that we're against it by any means. I love that stuff, but I want people that flexibility to add them or not, but really prove to them that you can use real food. So like an example of this is our sleep smoothie. We have a smoothie called Cherry Dreams for sleep, and it is like a decadent, rich, dark cherry basil smoothie, which is like, whoa, it blows your mind. It tastes like a Michelin star kind of smoothie. But essentially, dark cherries and holy basil both are natural sources of melatonin. There's melatonin that's bioavailable in those two foods. And so people take melatonin supplements, which are not great for your health. You should not be taking those every day at all. Melatonin confuses your body's circadian rhythm, etc. But the natural melatonin in these foods is, combined with fiber, and it is taken in a natural way. Not going to disturb your body's natural clock while still triggering your brain that it's time for sleep because of the melatonin. Meanwhile, we add in bananas, and bananas are a natural source of magnesium, which helps to relax your muscles and calm your mind. So when you're taking in a somewhat concentrated form in a smoothie of the dark cherries, the holy basil, and the banana for the magnesium, and we add in spinach too for extra, magnesium. We've sort of given your body that like 1-2 punch of relaxing your muscles, relaxing your mind, and triggering your circadian rhythm.
I love that. That's so cool.
Amazing. We have customers that are like, I used to take sleeping pills every night and I don't anymore because of your smoothie. And it's like, it tastes like dessert and it just puts you amazing. We also get in trouble at work because they like mixed up their smoothies, just drank it as their morning smoothie, and they fell asleep.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible though. And that's such a good point. Like melatonin, a lot of times I think, like to your point earlier, it's like medicine or surgery. These are the answers. And of course there's a time and place for those things, but the same with supplements. It's like, oh, I have a problem. Let me take this supplement. Instead of, maybe recognizing that a lot of supplements are not well regulated. They might not have what they say that they have in them, or the volume, or get to where they need to go, or to be effective, or whatever it is. Meanwhile, you are capitalizing on the natural benefits of a food product to make you feel a certain way, which I think is so smart.
Exactly. You can run into the same issues with taking too many supplements. Like, you're going to get side effects when you're taking too many supplements. Supplements are expensive. It's like your body was not, just as your body was not designed to consume, Hostess. Your body was also not designed to consume so many artificial supplements.
I know, it's true.
I don't think people often realize how powerful old-fashioned food can be.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I completely agree. And when you mentioned earlier that you have 30 different flavors, but they rotate, do they rotate based on like the season? Do they rotate based on the ingredients that are in season?
We are always really cognizant of making sure that, one, our smoothies taste incredible, and two, that they're made with the highest quality ingredients we can get. And so, for instance, our watermelon smoothies, we used to have them year round, and then I was like, watermelon doesn't taste good in November. It just doesn't. And the watermelons that you're getting in November are not as nutrient rich as the watermelons you're getting in summer, because they're either, trying to grow them in conditions they shouldn't be growing and what have you, or you can just taste. You can taste the watermelon.
I totally know the taste you're referring to.
You know exactly that taste. That sort of like, is this taste? And that taste
very bland.
I want people to experience, but it also indicates that that's maybe not going to have the same impact as a perfectly beautiful watermelon. So now our watermelon flavors are only available in summer. And so it's both from a functionality standpoint and a taste standpoint. And then we like to have fun with it too. Like, drinking smoothies, drinking like a green smoothie is not something people often want to do during the holidays. But that doesn't mean people should have to forego the healthy smoothie element. And so for December, we have like peppermint bark, like those smoothies, because like don't knock dark chocolate, like cacao nibs, chocolate, those things have benefits. And so we're able to give you the positive health benefits in a form that people get excited about drinking. So we've got pumpkin spice, apple crisp. Oh my God, the apple crisp literally tastes like apple pie. I cannot wait for September when that launches.
Oh my God, I'm so excited myself. That's like one of my favorite desserts.
Oh, our apple crisp smoothie like sells out in minutes. It's so fun. We've got like cinnamon chai. And then in the springtime, we have like spring flavors that we love. And so there's definitely a seasonality to it, but it's very, very intentional. And it's also, you know, the seasonality of what people want support with. So a lot of our like summer flavors support bloat.
Right.
And like people are, you know, you're more cognizant of bloating in summertime. Fall flavors tend to support like mood and anxiety because, you know, parents got kids going back to school, you've got holidays coming up, like life comes at you fast in September, October. So we want to support.
Yeah, and then I could see probably in the winter months like energy because it's a lot darker out or you know, earlier and you're just like having that.
Yeah, exactly. And you're
That's
eating
amazing.
heavy food as well in December that people are typically pretty low energy.
Yeah. Oh, I love all of that. So in terms of one of the things that I saw on your website was that you guys have a personal RD that you can always be in touch with. I think that's such a cool, like, I don't know any other business that is doing that. I think that's so awesome that, you know, you as a dietitian you're bringing in not only your nutrition knowledge and the product creation, but also like, hey, do you have a question about how to use our products? Do you want a recipe idea? Do you just like a general nutrition question I can help you with? We have a hotline for that. So what was your thought process behind that to start and how does that work?
You know, much like our smoothies help to sort of inform people that real food can have a big impact, you know, seeing how much quackery there is out there on social media when it comes to nutrition, like the things I see and hear are just sometimes so bonkers. I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't. No, don't listen to that. You know, or I'll hear like my sisters or even my husband say like they're gonna go do something that some celebrity told them to do, and I'm like, don't do that. No.
I know. Well, that's the thing too, is I always say if you have any nutrition question and you think you know the answer, if you search hard enough, you can find that answer no matter what. Because there's just like so many different voices going on.
You'll find the answer to everything. Is it the right answer? No. Is it rooted in science? Definitely not. And so one thing, being a registered dietitian, you know, we have masters in nutrition. We've had to take a standardized exam based on evidence-based research. And don't get me wrong, there are corrupt dietitians out there, and there are dietitians funded by Nestle. Like, I know that, but I also understand how to read research and how to look for, you know, everything from who funded that research to where are the holes and when did it come out. And so that knowledge is not all accessible to the average person. You know, the average person can go on TikTok and find some stupid recipe that's going to change their life, but not potentially harmful, versus, you know, dietitian, real good, reputable dietitian is not accessible to the average person. Many don't take insurance. Many charge between $250 to $500 to meet with them. And it's a whole hurdle. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to see a dietitian. You have to make the plans, and the average person is not going to do that. They're just going to get the information from the lowest hanging fruit, which is usually social media. And at Bumpin, you know, our mission is to help make people healthier and make it easy and make it convenient and accessible. And what's more convenient than being able to text message a dietitian? And so part of your subscription, when you subscribe to Bumpin Blends, you get your own 24/7 dietitian in your pocket via text message, a real human. For any nutrition question you have, you just text message them. And all of our dietitians are extremely reputable. They're all registered dietitians, and they all, you know, have their own private practices where they do charge, you know, $250 to $500 an hour to meet with them. And our community gets that for free. It's just part of the
I
package.
think that's so cool. I love that idea. I know we shared earlier that within sound as a dietitian, one of the things that I built was within our affiliate program to have like a mini, like a subset of that affiliate program that's just wellness professionals. And, you know, a lot of them are registered dietitians or people with lots of functional nutrition background, or they're functional dentists or doctors or whatever. And we meet every quarter and talk about things going on with our, you know, brand and with one another in terms of how we can support, and also like we'll have a topic of the month or something to talk about. And it's just been so nice to build that community as well. So I think that's really, really cool that you guys do that.
Thanks. Yeah, I think it's awesome you guys have an affiliate group of them. That's a good idea. I should do that.
I might be using your idea as well. I may have to connect on that afterwards. But yeah, and I just wanted to highlight that when this interview goes live, we'll be working together on collaborating 2 of our flavors. So I just wanted to take a moment to highlight them for anyone watching. So I know that yours is the watermelon cooler, right?
The watermelon cooler or watermelon in paradise that we decided
Watermelon
on?
in paradise, I think it is
Paradise.
actually.
Yeah,
So
that's
what's in that one?
Okay, so our watermelon in paradise flavor is literally like my favorite summer flavor for sure. It is watermelon, mango, banana, and coconut water. And so the watermelon provides, I mean, a wealth of hydration, electrolytes, incredible for you. The mango provides vitamin C to help protect. I mean, you know, people are outside a lot in summer. You just really need that extra vitamin C while also providing all those electrolytes. The banana gives you the potassium and magnesium. I mean, it's just like, and then the coconut water gives you even more electrolytes. And so it's just such a powerhouse in terms of like bloating, inflammation, hydration. Like it is so, not only that, it's so refreshing. It literally tastes like the beach in a glass.
It sounds like, yeah, like get it nice and
oh my
frozen and thick. It sounds
yes,
delicious.
like a slushy. And I actually in summer love to turn that smoothie into like popsicles or like water pops, or we blend it with like a little bit of tequila for like a fun thing, or we like refreeze it after it's been blended and it's ice cream. It's like sorbet.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's really amazing. Really good.
That sounds lovely. I am already like thinking of ideas. The tequila came to mind.
Right.
And then ours is sound. So ours, we have our sound rose, which we're highlighting because at this time frame, it'll be 1 year anniversary or 1 year birthday of rose. And our rose is our newest flavor. It's with lime and hibiscus and organic rose and organic cardamom as well. So again, it's just sparkling water with certified organic tea, botanicals, and fruit extracts. Some of our flavors have some caffeine. This one doesn't have any. Some of our, you know, people who drink this will be like, it's like the rosé, you know, like to have that instead in a wine glass, chilled, nothing like it, or, you know, mix as a cocktail, or, you know, that brand Gia, they make mixers, non-alcoholic mixers. It's really great with that and some lime. But it's so refreshing and so perfect for summer. So, and those 2 products look so beautiful together. So
when you like so if you take our 6 cubes of the watermelon paradise, put it in a blender with that, it is going to be so good. Like the watermelon, and oh my God, I can't wait. I'm really
add
excited.
the extra hydration from it. Yeah, it's like perfect for summer.
So refreshing, so like perfectly summer tasting. It's like the drink of summer in my book.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to quote you on that. Was there anything else you wanted to share before we wrapped up today?
I just feel like I want to learn more about you and what you do with sounds flavors in terms of like how you bring that dietetic background into developing your flavors.
Yeah. So, like we talked about, I was a dietitian. So I got into nutrition, thought I was going to be pre-med. I went into clinical nutrition. So I was inpatient and then shortly thereafter outpatient, but just in GI. So people with IBS or IBD or lots of other GI issues.
What do you mean?
What'd you say?
Literally every American has IBS.
Yeah, you basically covered every human.
Yes.
So we did that. My husband actually co-founded the brand. He had the idea behind it and then quickly collaborated with his coworker at the time, so they became co-founders and side hustled the product. And my husband and I have been together for a very long time, and so at that point I kind of helped with some of the flavor development. Should we add this sweetener, should we not, like what's the pros and cons to different sweeteners? Always was involved in like that conversation. And then about 4.5 years ago, almost 5, I started as head of nutrition and community at Sound. So I'll do everything from helping with some of that flavor acknowledgement, giving education on things like citric acid, which we only use organic citric acid, um, education on flavors, natural flavors versus extracts, education on what our ingredients do in the body and how they benefit. And then, you know, we do a lot of like we do a newsletter and all that sort of stuff. So lots of different hats. We're a very small team of 8, but that's my favorite part of what I do. And then every January we do something called the Sugar Reset. So we partner with lots of awesome, influential people in the wellness space and incredible brands and educate on how to lower added sugar in the diet, because it's everywhere. And if
Yeah.
you don't know where to look, you know, there are always swaps, but if you don't know where to start, it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like in the sparkling kind of canned beverage space. It's always like, where do I go? What do I do? And Sound, I feel like, has such incredible flavors that are so unique and delicious that are just like, oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I love working with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. The thing that we really love is that we say you can have Sound from sunrise to sunset, because we have those caffeinated flavors, you know, those just 45 milligrams, about half a cup of coffee to kind of kickstart your day or help with that noon slump. And then the caffeine free flavors in the evening, afternoon. And again, like, you know, sparkling water can be boring. Water can just be boring, but this is a way to like make it a little bit more exciting, but also you're not getting that like sugar crash with a lot of the other beverage options. So thank you so much for doing this with me today. I'm so happy about this partnership and so impressed by everything that you've created, Lisa.
Same here. I feel like you guys are amazing. I am so excited to work with you guys. I'm really, really pumped about this partnership, largely because I just can't wait to drink these 2 flavors together.
I know. Me neither. And share it with everyone.
Yeah.
The drink of summer.
Yes.
All right, Lisa. Well, enjoy the rest of your day and I'll chat soon.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye, Lisa.